Hello and welcome to another edition of Rake. This time we're playing Zippy and a little bit of an interesting shop here. A couple things to think about here is we're playing Share Bear, so we're going to have 4 gold next turn, not 2. I decided to take a chance and get the Polywoggle to slay. Not sure if that was correct or whether we should have just gone ahead and get the egg so that we could guarantee that we're winning the fights, killing our opponent's creatures, and powering up the Zippy bonus. But here, we'll do that now. Pick up that egg, nice cheap one, and see, again, hoping for this Polywoggle Slay, not too hopeful on it. Get a pretty easy win there. And we'll just go ahead and take the 1 cost creature and take a roll. And okay, this shop is interesting. And I give up on the egg so we can go ahead and get this mem and get it working. And I also decided to lock for the Cinderella and the Genie's Wish. A little bit aggressive, but I strongly like that, especially when you get up to level 3. There's a lot of leveling spells that you could hit. So there's pretty high upside. Heading to 4 glory here is not ideal. We are still going to try and greed by putting the Polywoggle in slot 1 instead of like the Sure Shot. Just getting that level 4 character early, giving you the direction to build around it, could be quite big. We don't get the Slay there, but and we just barely lose this fight, if I recall. Yes, just barely. And then we see that we got a nice little scam starter kit here. And then the next shop here, there's a couple interesting things. We got two pairs that we could be chasing. Don't really, hopefully this Polywoggle is finally going to slay and stop teasing us. And then also the spell to get to level 4 turn early is a little bit enticing, but we do really need to keep building up these Queen of Hearts back here. And then this fight we get Ring of Meteored into absolute oblivion, killing 4 of our creatures right away, and that is that. And then here, don't see anything too enticing in this shop. And we're gonna go ahead and commit to the commit to the evil life, and include selling that out, taking the roll, and yeah, a lock. We should be able to get to a locked chest. The secret stash and the ring regeneration are a little conservative. They're not unreasonable choices here, but I definitely prefer to try and be a little aggressive. I don't think it's too crazy to get that locked chest. That means at turn 4.2 we should be getting it. And here, a second mem, worth a little bit of consideration, but we'll just basically bank the 2 gold going into the next round. And as long as we don't get falling stars, we have a relatively strong board, honestly. If we can get these Queen of Hearts fully powered out, we should be able to take care of just about everybody, and we do. And here we go ahead and grab this friendly spirit, excuse me. I always do that. Friendly spirit to kind of as a excellent choice for an evil unit to go ahead and triple with our evil twins. That's going to happen a little bit sooner than we had thought, which is not a bad thing. And happy enough to go ahead and grab this Moonsong Horn, get us out of that Falling Stars range for that good backline we have. And I love a little discount on the spell, a little discount, just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy with some hat ball nonsense. And then because we have that discount, I take a roll and we see a 4 glory, which is pretty fine spell to cast here. Strong chance that we're going to win this fight, I would imagine. And second Ring of Meteors. I have not seen Ring of Meteors in a long time, but this time we were able to play around it. And we need kind of every bit of that, but we do eventually take down that fight, and the 4 Glory gives us a Chupacabra. Sure. And we'll happily grab a Medusa out of the shop. Love the Medusa. Thinking about whether it was worth casting a lightning bolt on this turn or whether we can trust ourselves. And we're going to go ahead and pump up the Medusa's attack. It's because the friendly spirit is already upgraded, it's giving 14 attack to something, which should be enough for a while. And getting the extra bit of attack on Medusa so that they can attack and immediately kill whatever they attack into is a nice little upgrade. And then here we're going to go ahead and grab this second Chupacabra, hoping to triple it up, and it's like a mild upgrade on the board right now over the second Black Cat. Could be the Black Cat would be a little bit better if everything went exactly according to plan. Speaking of going according to plan, they get full value out of all these pigs, and it's just enough for them to get the tie. And then here, these aren't great treasures, and we're pretty close to being able to replace that. So we skip and immediately rewarded. And let's just get our little thieving kit out here and try and get a couple wins that way. And then we keep on rolling and just putting, now that we can get a bunch of stats on this friendly spirit, it's certainly worth 1 gold to cast that on there. And hopefully we're going to stick this this small Medusa in the back behind the Chupacabra. So hopefully the Chupacabra attacks and gets the necessary killing power on the Medusa. Yeah, possible the second Queen of Hearts would be a little bit better than this Mim, but there's, meh. You can argue it either way, and I won't. So we get a nice little hit there, and oh no, we lose this. I thought we turned we turned one Juliet into a statue, but we didn't turn 2 of them into a statue. So a little unfortunate there. Don't want to double up on Medusas or triple up on Medusas, but we will go ahead and grab this Queen of Hearts, and these aren't ideal treasures, so let's just take the gold, see what else we can do this turn. Free spell is free, so we will cast it. Thought a little bit about grabbing the Soltec, but I thought a little bit about grabbing the Scam Tree, and then here I make a somewhat. I decided to go ahead and triple up this Baby Bear, which does make us stronger on board as is. And then the Ambrosia comes in, and is this kind of like setting up for either like an Oni Tyrant or a Pumpkin? Not doing too much right now, just upgrading this Mim. Also, that could go into a Bearstein build, but we're not super set up for that. We could do it a little bit, but we're not too interested in that. Just because I don't like the summons so much. I just don't think they're a strong strategy right now. Unless you get if it's handed to you, sure, but otherwise not so much. And here we're not really finding too much that we do like. I think we go ahead and play another. No, I thought another +3/+3 on the friendly spirit would be solid enough, but apparently my past self disagrees with my current self, and is rewarded by getting to cast this End, which will put us up to level 6 starting next turn. Buffs up the life total a little bit, sets up pretty nice, and kind of need it because things get a little bit hairy here. Yeah, take a pretty good hit there. So very happy to have that get us up to level 6, and love to see Hercules at level 6. Wish I had a second evil twin that we could cast out here, but tripling up the Hercules with the evil twins, and then also hitting the quest off of them for 2 level 6 characters is quite strong. And again, not quite hitting what we're looking for until here. We can stick an Oni Tyrant in slot 7, they'll be automatically upgraded. Be a big upgrade for our board. And the timer starts ticking, and I get a little panicky where I should have. Yeah, I meant to cast the evil twin, and then I would be playing two Hercules, but I cast the spell from the shop first instead, and then I also couldn't get my positioning right. Obviously, you want the friendly spirit in slot 1, but c'est la vie. And this fight looks a little bit scary, but we get we get down to 1 life, so we don't quite die. We do see a Hand of Midas, and not sure if I think it would have been better to maybe go somewhere else. And I'm looking at trying to buy this Ashwood, but it's just, we're not set up for it. We're at 1 life. Obviously, can't afford to lose anything else. We gotta get strong for this round. And we're not seeing anything we want until we see this Pigomorph, which could do a good job of turning the tide for us here. So we're going to go ahead and fire that off. And then probably should have also cast the evil twin on the Hercules here, but the Lancelot's not that much different in terms of actually winning this fight. And opponent is on the summon strategy, which gets punished fairly hard by our Oni Tyrant back there. Also gives us lots of progress on the Hercules. And we are able to go ahead and take that one, keep fighting. And here, now we've got 2 evil twins in hand. We're going to fire those off, get our level 6. Probably I should have waited until we had seen a unit that we could have cast Hand of Midas into, so that way we wouldn't be replacing the treasure, but I was trying to formulate a way to stay alive. I get a little nervous at 1 life. The nerves kind of work out for me though. And okay, that's a reasonable upgrade for this turn. And then we still have this Hand of Midas, and gold's going to work out perfectly where we can go ahead and grab this golden murder pumpkin. And we go ahead and rearrange and get ready. Should have a good time this one. And we do. We get lots of triggers falling all over the place, lots of numbers coming in. Just like every time we attack with any of our creatures, we get 7, 13, right, whatever. It's a lot. We get a lot of stats. And we can get even more by getting the Mimic. So that mimics our spear buffs. So that's 14 for each attack. Not excluding if they were a monster. And then here I'm looking at the neons, pair of neons in the shop, and thinking, do I need that? No. And looked at the Grumble Gourd, didn't feel like that was what we needed here. What we really need here is more pumpkins. The solution to all of life's problems. More pumpkins. We're a little bit past Halloween, but it's still pumpkin season in my book. And then we just get nicely rearranged here. Yeah, so feeling nice and scammy and happy enough. Feeling very good about facing another summoned opponent. That would be kind of ideal for us. So we can summon a little bit better than them with our spear buffs. And this fight against the ghost goes quite well. Not too problematic at all. And we deal them a strong 25 damage, just to remind them that they're dead. And we're up against the last one. And we saw this opponent 4 turns ago, and they're just kind of a stat pile with something of a sleigh build. So sleigh build, but no dragons. So wasn't, not a lot of intel to base our strategy on this last fight about, but still prefer to have 2 Medusas to 1. And we're not really finding anything except those Medusa triples that we don't want. And here I thought about crocking. Usually I love to croc the pumpkin, but I didn't want to do that because then I wouldn't be able to ambrosia that pumpkin. Although maybe I should have thought about, I could have ambrosiaed, I could have croc baited the pumpkin in slot 5 instead of the one in slot 7. It would have been a reasonable way. Probably would have been okay given my gold setup. Anyway, but we did not do that. And here I'm thinking about buying the soul tech because we might need it, but we don't have intel on our opponents. So we're just going to go ahead and cast this rotten apple and hope it works out. And things are looking a little scary. There's that, they've got Horn and a pretty big Empress P here, but we get lucky with this. We're about to get a Medusa attack into that. So that really turns the tide and takes their power down a lot. They did, at the very beginning, they bolted. What do they do at the very beginning? At the very beginning, they do they get double lightning bolt, which shouldn't really bother us, except it hits the same pumpkin twice. So that summons a siren instead of a full board for us, which is a little bit annoying. Anyway, that big Medusa attack there happens. We get some hits there, and then we get a nice siren attack, which gets 2 big old Robin Hoods. And then we are able to go ahead and get the other pumpkin summon, and that murders our opponent. So that was a good close one. I believe the numbers are going to come in here. Yeah, we were, about 40% to survive that fight, which is not ideal, but we gave ourselves a chance, and we got lucky when you give yourself a chance. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and until next time, may all your shops be gorgeous and all your hits be surgical.